Miss Transformers 96 here, another review. This time Transformers Dark of the Moon, Wave 2 Deluxe Mudflap Autobot review. So here you go. So, one of the two twins. This is, we got Skids in the first wave, and now we're getting, Mudflap in the second. So very cool. So, so let me just go to the box quick. You got a good, I like this head sculpt picture. It's very nice. Mudflap on the back here, a picture of the toy, the Mech Weapons car, the Chevy Spark concept mode. So very cool. So I went to Target. I was really trying to find Laserbeak, and if I found Thundercracker, that's great too. But I really wasn't too excited for Mudflap. And I was about to go to a bunch of Toys R Us's and Walmarts and Targets to try to find Wave 2. So on my first stop Target, I found Wave 2, all of them. So I got so lucky, and I picked up Laserbeak, and then I picked up Thundercracker, and then I saw this one. I was like, do I really want this one? I decided, okay, because I had Skids. If I didn't have Skids, I probably wouldn't have picked this guy up. But I picked him up because I had Skids from the Dark of the Moon, so you gotta get this one. So yes, so I did, and I just like to say, that was a great decision by me. This is one very good sculpted figure. It really came out great. But anyway, let's just go over the car. First of all, his Mech weapon, it will be gray with the yellow on the blade right here, and that's it. I painted mine silver though, and I have to say I really like this Mech weapon. I think the reason that I like it is because I actually like the way it looks just in this mode without doing the gimmick. I like it the way it looks just regular. It looks pretty good. It looks like a gun. So I think that's why I like it, because the others look great in their when you sprint it out. Sorry, that was my phone. When you do the gimmick, they look great, but without the gimmick, they don't look too good. But this one actually does look without the gimmick. So pretty cool. It turns into an axe. I like it. It's a neat idea. I really like it. It's good detailing all through. So yeah, so very nice. So Mech Tech ports. He's got two on the top here, and I think that's it for car. Yeah, it looks like it. So yes, so there you go. Very compact bottom of the car. It's one of those cars where it's like not all filled up. There's a lot of space throughout this thing. It doesn't need this much space. So that's kind of cool. Transformations more difficult than Skids, because Skids was really easy. This one's a little bit more difficult, but not too bad. So but it's a cool car. It's really sculpted very nicely, and it rolls very good, as you can see. So let's transform it. So yeah, so here we go. So first, I guess you're gonna want to just pop out the door for this car. Cars, they're all pegged in, so you gotta unpeg them at all different types of angles, which can be a bit tricky. But once you get one thing unpegged, everything else should follow. There we go. So unpeg the door and flip it up like this. Same on this side. Hard to unplug it from the back. There we go. Pop it out and move it up just like this. So not bad. And then kind of just split this front just like this. And these arms are kind of here. Just keep them there for now. Just kind of move them out there. And then what you're gonna do is move the feet down and extend them all the way out. And yeah, that's it for the feet for right now. Then with the arms, what you're gonna want to do is extend them to the sides, just to get them out. There we go. And then flip this head up. Here we go. Flip out the kind of chest piece. It was like this. Flip this all the way out. So there you go. And then just move this down. And now with these door panels, what you're going to want to do is fold in the door. So kind of like a squish door. Just like that. Squish the door. Very nice. Move, we'll keep this up for right now. Yes, this is one big problem. This thing, I can never do a transformation without popping off this top of the thing. It's on a it's a horrible joint there. It's, I hate this. I think in even Pengu's review, the same thing happened to him. It's just this, terrible joint that will always pop out. So that's a shame. So now with this back piece, kind of move it up. It's on a hinge, but it's a tight hinge. So you really kind of got to pull it. There you go. Move it up just like that. So very simple. And now, right here, see there's a little peg there and a little hole there. and you just want to peg it in. There you go. And move the wheels in like this. Just kind of just pop them in, and put the arms where you want to your preference, and move this down so it's just like this, and just get everything where you want it, and flip out the heel. Just very simple. And there you have, if this didn't come back down, there you have Mudflap in his robot mode. So yes, so very cool. So there's Mudflap. So very nice. It's you know, it's an easy. It's not too hard. It's a perfectly fine transformation. It's not like way difficult. The first one I thought had a lot of parts. It was a little bit too difficult. This one was pretty perfect, I think. And just he looks really nice. I was really highly impressed with how he came out. He's very compact. He's small, but he looks good. He really looks good. It all comes together. He doesn't have that huge backpack hanging down like the first one, and you don't have all these panels and little hinges in your way. It's all very compact and it looks great, but it really keeps the look of Mudflap, which I really love. The orange is a very nice orange. I really like it. It's pretty bright, but it looks good. I really like the way it looks. Here's his face. That looks great. What I was really impressed is the detail. Right here, as you can see, all these little gears, all these little things that obviously have nothing to do with transformation, but they just decided to put it there. And they painted all silver, and it's not just like gray. They did these great detail and painted it all this great silver. Don't know why they did that, but they did, and it looks great, and you even have some silver and much detail in here, and it goes in further, but kind of gets cut off because of the car, but it looks great, and no stupid, you know, bobbing the head gimmick, but, so I love that. He's just a great look. I really am impressed with what they did with this one. MechTech ports, he can hold it in either one of his hands, if I'm not mistaken. I don't think I am. Yeah. He can hold in either one of his hands, and he has a point right there and a point right up here. And he also, if you move this down, have these two for storage if you needed to. So there you go. So quite a few MechTech ports, which I really like. I put the MechTech weapon on this arm. Just right here. This is where I stored it. I think it looks great. And if you paint the silver, it'll really match this and make him look really nice. So I highly recommend this figure. He's very cool. He's small, but he looks great. He really does. I'm really impressed with him, and never thought that I'd like him, and I really like him. So yeah, so comparison time. Obviously, we have the Revenge of the Fallen Mudflap, which is pretty cool. As you can see, this one's a little bit more involved, but it's got all these panels and everything in your way and stupid gimmicks, and he's always looking down. This one's much smaller. It's got a better paint job, and it's you know, all put together perfectly. It looks really nice. And also, we have skids. I got skids a long time ago, way in February, I think. So I got this guy early. I actually keep them like this. So there you go. So now you can see them. They look pretty cool together. I really like their look together. Out of these two, which one's better? Last year, I said that Skids was better than Mudflap. And I do like Skids as a character better than Mudflap. But Mudflap completely beats out Skids. So if you got Skids and you like Skids, you're gonna love Mudflap. You know, there's nothing really not to love about Mudflap. Skids is a little hard to stand because he doesn't have a knee joint, and his legs are this hinge is very loose, so his legs like spread apart so much. So yeah, but this Mudflap is just crazy good. Never expected to like him as much as I did. I mean, really at all, and I wouldn't have gotten him if I didn't already get Skids. So yeah, but that because they're not going to be in the movie, that is 100% true. He said, you know, anybody that can find, Michael Bay said, if anybody can find Skids or Mudflap in the movie, he give him $25,000, which really just ensures their Skids and Mudflap are not in this movie. So, being that they're not in the movie, is it worth getting the twins? If you are a big Transformers fan, not a hardcore, but if you're just a big Transformers fan or anything above that, you really need to get this Mudflap. And then if you get one of them, you have to get the other. If you're a very casual collector for Transformers, you really don't need it. But I highly recommend getting this Mudflap. It is just really well designed, very nice, and I really like them. So there you go. So that's my review of Transformers Dark of the Moon Deluxe Wave 2 Mudflap figure. Thanks for watching.